The question was put to Annette Ferguson whether she truly believes that the incumbent administration is engaging in discriminatory practices against especially Afro-Guyanese, as is being repeated time and again by her party.
We've heard this being repeated over and over by your party, that they are discriminating, especially against Afro-Guyanese. Do you really think that that is true?
Mr. Badrie, do you want me to really answer that question?
Please.
And as a Christian, I will. And I will answer it with boldness. Mr. Badrie, yes, there is racism in Guyana.
Ferguson, who appeared as a guest on the weekly televised program Beyond the Surface, produced by HGP-TV, ventured on to justify her statement by regurgitating claims made by the APNU AFC, which purports that many Afro-Guyanese have been overlooked during the distribution of the COVID-19 cash grant, fired from public office, among other instances of alleged discrimination meted out by the PPPC administration. Naturally, and quite logically, one may become concerned as to what effect such utterances might have on the national outlook for the country, especially given that there already exists ethnic strife among the two larger ethnic groups, the Afro and Indo population of the country.
But I'm just asking, don't you think that there could be dire results, from all this?
They will. They will, Mr. Badrie. Because you know what? I'm on the ground. And the sentiments, the expressions by African Guyanese is overwhelming. They can't take it any longer.
Ferguson has this message for the ruling party.
And all that we have been saying to the government is that you need to change the way, your modus operandi. You need to change the way in which you're doing things.
The parliamentarian stressed the fact that the resources of the country should be shared with its citizens in a fair and equitable manner, regardless of whichever government is at the helm. Meanwhile, in a press release emanating from the Minister of Governance and Parliamentary Affairs, Teixeira, on Wednesday, it was revealed that she has highlighted to members of the United States of America Congress, international partners, and the local diplomatic corps that a rally which was being held in New York 2 Sundays ago were riddled with, and I quote, untruths that are being peddled by the PNC-led APNU AFC coalition. End quote. Teixeira further accused the David Granger-led administration of carrying out the most blatant racist policy experienced since the Burnham era of the 1970s and 80s. To support her statement, the minister pointed to the firing of several hundreds of community service officers in the hinterland regions of the country, the firing of close to 2,000 public servants believed to be supportive of the PPPC, and the closure of sugar estates, among other things she deemed discriminatory. Teixeira further asserted that the PNC-led APNU AFC coalition leadership lost the elections because of its own actions. It has lost the moral authority to lecture anyone on the law, constitution, and customs and practices, and on race, the minister said in her statement. Reporting for the HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.